I'm on an early Friday morning hike at Iroquois Park. It rained yesterday, so there's a lot of water running down the hills. I love hiking in this park following heavy rains. There's always huge mushrooms at the bottom of this tree. This is an old mushroom. I'm about halfway up to the top of the hill. We must have gotten a lot of rain yesterday. I normally cross here, but that hill's a little steep and I don't want to get muddy like I did the last time I was hiking here. So I'll find a little safer place to cross. That hill wasn't quite as steep. Because of all the heavy rain we had, there'll be a big waterfall at the top of this hill. I'll make a video of it when I get up there, but that'll be a lot later this morning. This trail used to go off in that direction until that tree fell. So now the trail goes this way and up past that other fallen tree. The last time I was here, I hiked for about an hour and a half before I spotted my first deer. Let's see how long it takes this morning. This tree fell across the trail. I cut the limbs away. I got tired of ducking under them. I've been hiking for about 45 minutes now, and I haven't seen any deer yet. I'm on the lookout for sheds, but I still think most of the larger bucks in this park still have their antlers. What's that back there? My first deer of the morning at the 45-minute mark of my hike. There's another one, two others. Three others. Found a good deer spot. They're just standing there looking at me, thinking, what's that crazy guy doing here? That one was bedded down, it just got up. I think they're getting ready to get away from me. The first deer I saw that was bedded down over here is gone. They're all taking off. But they're not in a big hurry. Started not to hike in this area. I'm glad I did now. Can't get my finger to work, it's frozen. There they go. Got a little too close to them. I still see the deer in front of me. There's always deer that lag behind to keep an eye on me to see what I'm going to do. Now this deer is off by itself. All the rest of them are over here. This one's bedded down, chewing its cud. It knows where the rest of them are. It'll catch up. I was wrong, it wasn't bedded down. Looked like it was bedded down. There's the others over there. See how close they are to Rundale Road. But it looks like they're coming back over in this direction. It's spitting a little snow. The deer are not running away from me. I couldn't ask for a better morning. Doesn't look like they're going in the same direction I am. They're going back where they came from. So this is where I'll be leaving them. This is where the deer cross, and this is where I normally cross, but it's so muddy I don't want to end up with a muddy butt. So I'm going to find a little better place to cross. Like I said earlier, the last time I was here I slipped in the mud. And I don't want to get that muddy again. I'm out exploring the park, enjoying my hike. Now it's starting to sleet. This is a half hour after I left the other deer, and I see one up here. There's some bucks over here. Does that one have both of its antlers? No, it only has one antler, so it's already shed one of its antlers. Be nice if I could find that other antler, but that's probably wishful thinking. I know they were bedded down up here. But I don't see any antlers on the ground. I'm not sure if all of those were bucks, but the one didn't have any antlers at all. See their footprints in this area. Well, I don't think I'm going to have any luck in this area finding antlers. Now, where did those bucks go? Looks like they went off in this direction. There they are up there. That one has both of its antlers. I found a golf ball. That's been here for a while. Bucks are still up there. I hope they don't run away from me. Let me see if I can tell if that one had antlers. Yeah, that one's already shed one of its antlers. There's one that has both of his antlers. Don't run off. A lot of tripping hazards. I see them up there. So like I said earlier, most of the larger bucks still have their antlers. Now they're going up a steep hill. I'm going to try to keep up with them. I see that one a lot. This one always seems to want to pose for me. They're going slow up this hill, makes it easier for me. I'm surprised I'm still this close to them. That's one of my favorites. This is fun following them up this hill. I was hoping they'd leave a shed behind for me. This one right here has already shed one of his antlers. This one just bedded down. Look at him chewing that cud. There's the one that shed his antler. Now, where'd you shed that antler? Hard telling where that antler is. I don't think I've ever had bucks let me follow them this long. We're almost up at the top of the hill. They're just moseying along in no hurry at all. I'm gonna follow them as long as they let me. There they go. With me right behind them. My fingers are starting to freeze again. They keep looking back at me, but they haven't started running yet. Oh, there goes one, picking up a little speed. They're all picking up a little speed, getting farther away from me now. That's one of the bigger bucks there. They've let me follow them a lot longer than they normally do. There's one down there. And there's one bedded down. There you go. There it is. Some of them are going off in this direction. There they are. I think they're coming up here where that other one is bedded down. There's the one that was bedded down. He just got up. Here comes the others. That's the one with the one antler. I know they bed down in this area a lot, so it's a possibility I can find an antler. I've been following them for about an hour now. This is their trail down the hill. And there they go up the steep hill. What is it? There it is. I'll follow them, but they're way up at the top of that hill. So this is probably where they're going to get away from me. This is where they cross down here. I still see one at the top of the hill. That's kind of neat how those suds formed. I don't need any more deer video or pictures, but I still enjoy following them. Like I always said in the past, this is how I get my exercise, hiking up these hills. Got up to the top of this hill, and the bucks are still up here. I've found antlers in this area before. Maybe this one shed his antler over here. Cannot believe how much deer video I have this morning. Buck video. And those. This is very rare that you can follow bucks this long. I'm going to take advantage of it because this may never happen again where I follow them this long. Now they're taking off in that direction. I've followed herds of buck before, but never this long. I'm going on 2 hours now. And I only do it because I love to hike. And it gives me great exercise. Little one just ran in from my left. Still a lot of bucks with their antlers. I think this is where they meet up because there are still bucks coming in. This one right here is one of the larger bucks. This one's coming towards me. I must say this is my best buck day ever. Where's this one going? They're just standing there looking at me. Hear another one running in. Over to my left somewhere. This one just came in from my right. Have to turn my camera off. My finger's frozen again. And there's still a bunch of them down here. Close to Rundle Road. I don't know where they're going. Well, I think I've followed them long enough. They made it easy for me. I think someone carved this on this tree. Looks like the 1960s. Oh well, I followed them enough. I never thought I'd be able to follow them that long. About 2.5 hours. I'm going to head up to the top of the hill. I still see some deer way up there. Or the herd of bucks. So many bucks. Now I'm on my way up to Summit Field. I'm not following them anymore. But they're still in front of me. They're still all over this area. It's like a buck convention. Well, some of them are running off. This is just unreal to me. Can't help myself. This is a once in a lifetime to see this many bucks. And I'm still on my way up to the top. This little one's coming over to get a look. They finally took off. They're way over there now. But they let me follow them a lot longer than I thought they would. Not all of them took off. There's still some at the bottom of this hill. But the biggest majority of the herd took off running over there. Now he's headed off in that direction. He'll probably catch up with the herd. You can see where that herd ran up that hill. It's amazing how fast that many deer can disappear. I'm almost up to the top. This is a pretty steep climb right here. It's a cold, beautiful morning. Perfect morning for hiking. I think there's a little bit of sleet and snow on these leaves. There's Summit Field, and I can't believe it. I just found the deer bedded down. It's getting up now. I definitely don't need any more deer video or pictures. There might be more deer, but I have way too much deer video and pictures this morning. I'm going to hike around Summit Field and then go home. There were at least two in this area. There's the other one. It might be the same two I found bedded down in this area a couple of days ago. I think it is the same two that was bedded down up here 2 days ago. A little bit of snow on this log. I never hiked this area, but look, I just found a big deer rub. Always like to look for owls in this area because last year there was an owl nest in this tree. Last few years there was a beehive in this tree, but last year some idiot came and destroyed it. Beautiful bird. I just saw a big woodpecker fly off. There's a bunch of birds flying around in those trees, but they're not cooperating. I know there's some blue jays over there. There's one there. I don't know if I can zoom in on him or not. Yep, he took off. That was a blue jay. A couple of days ago I saw 2 mallard ducks in this pond. And then later on I heard a lot of spring peepers. There's no activity this morning. Earlier I was way down there at the bottom of this hill, and I said that later on I'd make my way up here. So here I am about 4 hours later. I've seen a lot more water coming over that falls, but I'll take what I can get. There's a lot of carvings in this rock. This one was made September 2nd, 1948. I think I'm gonna hike down that way to get to my car. I think in the summer you could probably find some snakes in there. See some big trees just recently fell. I think this was a popular spot years ago. This rock split after this was carved in there. There's the top of the A, and there's the bottom of the A. Very slick and muddy underneath those leaves. Now the challenge to get down this hill without killing myself. I think I'm gonna make it. Not too far to go. Came from way up there. A lot of trees and tree limbs in this area. This is where I'll start seeing a lot of crinoid fossils. See some small ones in that rock. Look at all the crinoid fossils here. There's a bunch of them there. A lot of crinoid fossils here. If you don't know what crinoid fossils are, at one time, about 350 million years ago, this area was covered by a shallow sea. and crinoids lived in that sea. So these fossils are about 350 million years old. Can't believe I made it down that hill without killing myself. I came from way up at the top of that hill. More fossils. Look at the suds in that water. And millions of crinoid fossils. I've hiked this way in the past. It's been quite a while since I've done it. You know one thing, I'm going to have some wet feet by the time I get home. Look at that concentration of crinoid fossils. This is the largest concentration of crinoid fossils in the park. There's some bigger ones there. I love a challenge. And that was quite a challenge getting down that hill without falling. Some more tree obstacles up there. When their legs break apart, they look like lifesavers. The crinoids looked something like an octopus. This was one of its legs that is coming apart. This is the way I'm normally coming back from my hike, and then I cross right here and then go up to the hill. Today, this is where I'm coming from, and I started at the top of this hill. These are the crinoid fossils I normally point out, and usually coming from there. Very close to my car now. I'm very proud of myself. I didn't slip in the mud this morning. I stayed upright the entire hike. Made it down the Rundle Road. There's my car at the golf course parking lot. Time for me to go home.